Good morning. We're still here at Cottonwood Campground. Beautiful night. Got down to about 39, so we seem to be itching up in our degrees from 25 to 30 to 39 now. And remember, for Texans, we don't get a lot of cold. Well, last winter we had the snowpocalypse, 5 degrees for 3 days and no power. So that was fun. But anyway, back to the point. We're here at Cottonwood, and today we're going to be going through Rawlins, Wyoming, and Laramie, Wyoming. So we've kind of looped. We were down at Rock Springs, which is along 80, and Rawlins, I think Rawlins is on 80, and Laramie maybe, well, it's east of there, and I think it might be still on 80. So we've kind of done this hairpin loop, and we're going to loop back again the other way in a day or two. So anyway, we are going to hit a hot springs, and then supposed to be a nice geological area at the end of the day. So you never know what else we find along the way, and we'll be sure to include you on scenery or other sites that we see. So we did, and before I sign off here, we did hear what sounded like either a coyote or a wolf howl last night. We've heard a lot of coyotes on this trip. I mean, a lot. When we were at Green River, it sounded like there were 1 million of them off in the distance. And then this morning, we were woken up by the calls of elk, the bugling of the elk. And then there was one bugle that I wasn't really sure about. We're going to look it up if it was moose or it's just a different variation of the elk call. So anyway, I say anyway way too much. So we'll see you along the road, and or if Carol decides to cook. She decided that with the sun not coming up, she might not want to cook this morning. I usually do dinner. She usually does breakfast. It just kind of works out that way. So we'll see you in a while. So the campgrounds here at Cottonwood seem to vary in their style. This one being very open, which we really liked, with the solar and sun, because it is cool. It is morning now, and we have a huge hill behind us, and it's going to take a while for the sun to come up and hit us this morning. But we had sun into the evening, pretty late as the sun went down. So anyway, nice open spots. Actually have trash cans. It's been rare on this trip to find trash cans in campgrounds, which is really weird. And then they have spots like number 10 here, we're 9, that are basically a parking area. And then they have a nice little bridge for you. It goes across. You have a nice little stream down here below. And yesterday I saw a nice little trout swimming in there. A lot of small fish, but there was one that was a nice size. And we come to the picnic area and the fire pit. And I assume would be nice for not too large a tent. I mean, probably a 4-person tent or so. And a place maybe for a small tent back there, right above the creek. I can hear the creek. I'm not sure if you can hear it or not. Beautiful setting. Oh yes, we can see the sun starting to hit the hills on the side. So we probably have about 20 minutes before it comes down to us. And hopefully it won't be long before we leave. All right, well, we're just leaving Cottonwood Canyon, and I wanted to make some comments. First of all, I loved it there. I mean, it was absolutely gorgeous. No view per se, just trees and, aspens and the fir trees, pine, whatever probably pine, looks like pine. Very relaxing. Our space, nice and open. There were other spots that were shady, pull-in sites. There were pull-through sites.
And yeah, there were several sites where there were very nicely constructed little bridges that went across where you could, either tent camp on the other side or, that's just where the picnic table and the fire pit were.
I'm going to sign off until we get to Rawlins. All right, we're coming here into Rawlins, and Carol's checking out moose and elk calls to identify what we heard this morning. We're pretty sure we heard elk and moose. So the Wyoming State prison, Frontier Prison, is unfortunately, I don't think, open. I had hoped to visit it, not for a long-term stay, but for just a brief visit. Oh, wow, look at this church coming up. The architecture on this is incredible.
That's amazing.
I hope you can see it with the sun there. And then we'll turn around and go back. Incredible, very beautiful.
That's really nice.
Nice view of it here. Return. Alright, so we're going to head back into town. We try to find outdoor dining when we can so the Trigger can be with us. He really likes to be with his people. He's not too crazy about being left in the car by himself. There's a nice train station down there we'll have to drive by. Check it out.
That church was founded in 1917.
I haven't seen any outdoor dining, so they have a lot of nice benches along the road here. Pretty little town. There's something about the sound of a train that I've always liked. I'll tell you, when you're riding, I got the chance to ride across the country several times, and there's just something mesmerizing about the clacking of the wheels as they go across the tracks. There wasn't a whole lot on the back to see, but I thought it was kind of cool to let the train run. You could still hear the rumble. There's just constant. This is a large train yard here, it looks like. So, but yeah, here's the station. Nice little sculpture here on the main street. Actually, it's called Cedar Street. This is at 4th and Cedar. Nice brick in the center of the street. Alright. Doesn't seem like anything's open. It's Thursday, I think, so I don't know what's going on. I thought maybe we could eat in this cafe, but the cafe doesn't seem to be open.
That's too bad.
And then we can see this nice old Texaco here. Get a shot of that as I turn around. We think we saw a restaurant. We're in Rawlins. We will be headed to the hot springs next. We'll see you there. We've got about 20 miles or so to go down this road. And these drip fences over here. Probably get a lot of snow out here. A lot of blowing snow, a lot of wind. Well, we're on our ways to the hot springs, and we'll see you there shortly. Alright, the hot springs here. Carol's going into the hot springs, and they do have showers, so we're going to catch some showers. Anyway, it's right along here on the North Platte River. Interesting, they have signs, I guess, for property on the banks, red and blue, whether it's public and private land, which I guess is some type of a cooperative system. You can see a fisherman out there in his little pontoon boat. As you can probably hear, it's fairly windy here. And Trigger loves the water. Trigger loves the water, don't you, Trigger? He wants me to throw sticks for him into the water. So there he goes. Let him get in the water a little here. Okay, that's far enough. That's far enough. So I'm here at the hot springs, and I thought you'd like to see the rules. Gotta love the second rule, right? And then the pools, there's 2 pools. Apparently one is fairly hot. This one, the bigger pool, but they're just filling it. It wasn't this full when I came in. And then they have behind me the dressing rooms and shower rooms, which I won't be going into. And they do have lockers, which is nice. If you want to bring your valuables up and lock them up. And then over here, they have a smaller pool, which maybe filled up earlier. Trigger's fighting me here. Anyway, this is a smaller pool, and it's supposed to be about 5 to 10 degrees at least cooler than the big pool here, which is getting deeper. Sunset from Vedauwoo Rocks. Well, thanks for watching, and I think you'll find that we have some pretty exciting things coming up in the future videos. So stay tuned, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.